All right, here we are back again, unfortunately, a day later, after the check on the splits that are both queenless, unfortunately. I think what happened is that, if I had to guess, when I did the split, I may have not had any eggs, and I may have had a failing queen at the time because the Formic Pro treatment that I did before I did the split. So I think that's the most probable cause. Here's my new queen from Honeybee Connection in Morehead. I drove to Morehead this morning to buy an insect because that's a thing. And so I'm just glad they had them. Thanks to Chris at Dadant for making that suggestion when they didn't have any. Good on him. It was crazy busy there this morning because they were giving away, or not giving away, they were distributing their packages and queens for the spring, so it was a bit of a madhouse there. All right, so we're not gonna be here long. I do want to actually set this queen over here out of the way so I don't do anything bad. Do want to go into the bottom box real quick and check that there's one deep frame that had I think it's just wonky comb after I looked at the photo, but it could have been a at least there's a chance that it was something else, like a queen cell, supersedure cell, whatever. So I do want to find that. And it's weird, they're crazy gentle for a queenless hive, which is odd, but maybe just because the flow is on that time of year. But normally you read that queenless hives are angry, but let's see, where was that? Frame holder. Very fast and get the hell out of here, because biggest concern is just hopefully I have enough bees to actually make this work. So, nothing on that frame, nothing on that one, nothing on that one. What the hell is the monkey comb? Queen cell. Man, how did they place that back since yesterday, you fuckers? No, that's resources. Well, yeah, we're bringing in a shit ton of pollen resources, so hopefully they'll have plenty to feed the queen. There it is. That looks like a queen cell. I hate to. Let me try to. Of course, you're not supposed to turn it or do all that crap, but what I don't want to risk is that hatching out. It also just looks like wonky comb. I'm not even sure it's queen cell. I think it may just be wonky comb. Anywho, so what we're going to do now is put all this back together, put the queen up top, and roll on. I guess I could put her down here. Let's see. Where's my most bees? That's really what I need to focus on. Now the foragers are going to be bringing stuff probably down here because that's where all the resources are now, and all the brood is up top. Of course, it's empty. Yeah, there's not many bees down here, so I'll go ahead and put her up there. Oh, come on, did I get you? Smashed you? You're a drone, so you're just a penis with wings. So, all right. All right, so put the small hive trap back in here. Put this back up here. Tell the dog to shut the fuck up. Ruby! Great Pyrenees are awesome, except for that part. The one from yesterday that I forgot to put back in. Actually put that in after I've put the queen in, so I don't do something stupid. Alright, so we're just going to move the whole hive unintentionally because I didn't take the hive frame rest out. Ugh. And slide that back. Slide some frames over. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead. All that brood comb that's there. I'm tempted just to get rid of that. Actually use that comb that's there to. I think that's laying workers, but all right. Where's my queen? I'll use this little bit of wonky comb here to help hold the queen cage. All right, I already pulled out the cork from the bottom, so what will be the bottom. And so let's see, I want it facing down, but at an angle. Go use that to help stick it in there. Kill bees. Man, it's a tight fit here. Just gonna compress some cone on both sides. There we go. All right, so it's, there we go. I just had to compress some, what was likely honey there. Yeah, so they ought to be able to smell and get to her. A bit more space there. Alright, queen's installed. Plenty of bees there. They're keeping that brood warm over there, but of course now I'm tempted. Should I move it over there? No, I've installed it. Let's go. Gonna be more armed and good. Alright. Over here, a couple of these out of there. Get your cover back on. Pop them off so I don't just smash them. Drones, you dummy, get out of the way. All right. There's that. I'm going to put feed on. Wait to do that until I come back and make sure she's released in a couple days. Just because I don't have the feed ready, and make sure she gets accepted first anyway. So, queen installed. Locks back on in a second. Now, let's grab the camera, make everybody motion sick. The 7 people that watch this. Here we go. So, now, same thing there. Just going to pop it open. I didn't see any queen cells in here yesterday, so I'm not going to worry about it. Like I said, I don't even think that's a queen cell now that I'm looking at it. Just a wonky comb. I think the problem was when I put that one, when I did the split, I just didn't have any eggs. Because the queen had gotten jacked because of the brain stopped working formic probe. And alright, baby girls, I need you to go down so I can get room to put the cage in. Get out of my way. Alright. Alright. So, just going to try to make room here in the middle. 4 and 4. I don't want to get rid of any brood though. That's almost too much room. Alright. Queen down slightly at an angle. And we're going to scrape out a brood. Alright. Lift my glove behind. Press that in a little bit. Those back together. Kill a bee that I can hear. Oh no, I just trapped your leg, didn't I? Let's see if I can get you free. There you go. And this bee I killed today. Push all that back together. Done. We're out of here. Do no harm. That's my goal of today. Try to save these girls from my screwing everything up. So, feeder goes back on a couple days when I check the queen. And hopefully I'm still a beekeeper. I did, thanks to Honeybee Connection, Morehead, go there, buy stuff, because they had queens this morning when I desperately needed them. Thanks to Chris at Dadant, who made that suggestion because they didn't have queens. So, yeah, support your local honeybee store. Thanks.